Hey everyone, what's going on? This is Mr. Riley coming to you live from the West Coast, the best coast, the West Side. Happy Monday, July 27th, I believe. Yes, sir. Man, hats off to everyone. Hopefully, everyone is having a cool summer. We're over here trying to keep cool. It's been hot. Your boy went out of town and came back. It's been burning up past few nights. How do y'all do it? So I'm just checking in tonight, just trying to test out the stuff in the studio, make sure everything is good, going well. I was scheduled to have a guest tonight come on another podcast show, but they did not show up. So I decided to come over here on the Riley World podcast and just spend a few moments over here just doing some stuff and making sure everything is going well, as it should be. Trying to make sure the Facebook feed is going well. Looks like it is. Yeah. So how y'all been doing this summer? You know, summer's been going by very quickly. You know, being a teacher, being an educator, you look forward to June. And June comes and it's like, okay, end of the school year. Yeah, let me kind of kick back and relax a little bit. You know, just wake up and doing nothing, just doing some stuff around the house or sometimes just doing nothing, right? Doing some of the honeydews, but just doing nothing. Going to a couple of baseball games and hanging out with the fam and doing Father's Day stuff and errands around the city and all that kind of good stuff. And then, you know, you plan a vacation. So you go on a vacation, and then when you get back, you're like, dang, it's almost time to, you know, I don't want to say the words, but, you know, them commercials are starting to show up already. As an educator, you don't want to see those words. B2S. We don't want to see that. So I'm not ready to return to the campus just yet. Got a couple more weeks, so I plan to spend some time doing some good stuff with what little time I have off. But yeah, so how has your summer been? You know, Mr. Riley's been here and there, and everywhere. Your boy just got back in town, off the grid, had a wonderful time, And, maybe if you're over there, I got my own TikTok personal content challenge. So if you're over there on the TikTok, on the TikTok stream, you can find me. Yeah, been doing some stuff. And so I was going great up until we went out of town. And what's going on? Andrea Major was going great until we went out of town. And then I had to stop because usually I don't like to let people know that I'm out of town when I'm out of town because, people like to, they like to do what they do sometimes. So, I was like, hey, let me put a pause on my own personal content challenge and I'll pick it up when I get back. So we're back. And so now I have to kind of make up some days. So if you're over there on the TikTok and you want to check out what your boy's been up to, then go ahead and look up. Is it Mr. Riley? I'm not too sure. Mr. Riley's World. Look me up over there. See what we're doing. Having some fun. But yeah, so I'll drop some of the things that I did over when I was off the grid. Finally opened up my Father's Day gift, the drone. So I was flying it around a little bit, capturing some wonderful, amazing 4K footage. If you go over there, you can see it. But yeah, and I might go home tonight and capture some more. The wife and I want to go walk the neighborhood. Got to walk some of these pounds off. Table muscle, what we call it. So I might, do some stuff over there. Walking in the wood. Walking in the wood, getting some miles in, get some steps in, trying to get some of this pounds off the midsection, So some of us kind of struggle, table muscle. So yeah. So it's been a wonderful summer though. Not quite ready to, I'm not trying to say what I want to say. B2S. If you're an educator, you know what that means. So, and if you're watching right now, in the comments, you can put, drop what you think BTS means, right? If you know, you know. But educators, they know. We got a couple more weeks to kind of hang out and wild out before it's time to get back serious with the children, with the chilling, and have some wonderful instructional time. But right now, we're not thinking about that. Well, it's in the back of the mind. But I want to continue to have some fun. So tell me about your summer. Thank you, Andrea. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're going to take a little walk over there near the SoFi. Walking near the SoFi, get some, maybe about 3 miles. I have a good 3-mile path that'll take a good hour to walk, but I'm not too sure if the missus wants to walk 3 miles. She might want to do 1.5 miles, or maybe we'll just time it, 30 minutes, right? Andrea, you are an educator, and you back to school. Come on. B2S. Back to school. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, so you do know. But no, we're going to, so maybe it's a 30-minute walk instead of a 3-mile walk. So I don't want to put that on her. But she was like, hey, when we come back from vacation, let's walk. I'm like, hey, I'm down for it. We can walk hand in hand. Got my water bottle with me. And, right now it's kind of empty. So I need to savor my water. But my throat is kind of parched right now. So we might do a 30-minute walk instead of a 3-mile walk. I'll save the 3-mile walk for myself. And for her, we'll just do 30 minutes if she, oh, you got it now. We'll just do 30 minutes, if that's how long she wants to walk. And so maybe, I don't know, sometimes she likes to peek in when she sees me live. She might hop in and be like, hey, let's do 3 miles. Or knowing her, she'd be like, nah, I'm good for 30 minutes. We can walk up to Prairie and back down the street and we good. So for her, 30 minutes would be a decent amount of time. But yeah, thank you, Andrea, for being here. Like I said, I'm just over here doing some stuff. If you're out there in the comments, let me know. How has your summer been? What have you been doing? Did you do some of the things that you wanted to do? Did you get it done, or is it still kind of on the back burner? The next big project for me, hmm, the next big project for me, what is this? The next big project for me is to fix my fix my garage. I got a whole bunch of stuff in my garage. I need to organize it just a little bit better. Yeah, I know. I need to organize. Or when I see your comment, hold on. I got 2 weeks to get my garage together and move some things around, throw away some stuff. But yeah, I'm not ready to do it though. But it needs to be done. It's necessary. It's necessary. Erwin, thanks for being here. Erwin says it's time to go back to work. Dang, I know. And you go back like 15 days earlier. Y'all be having 15 weeks, 15 weeks of in-service before the kids come back. So you probably, yeah, see, I know you did. I know you. Hey, happy summer. Happy summer. We would like to welcome you back to the 2026-2027 school year. It's about that time. Yeah, man. You're thinking like, really, for 2 weeks, y'all go back. What day do y'all start? So for me, my first day is August 10th. So I got all of this week. I got all of next week. And I'm trying to stay busy each and every day until the 10th. Right? No, I'm not even trying to, I haven't even checked my work email. I should put an auto response on that mug. Hey, I'm on vacation enjoying my time off. Maybe you should too. That should be my auto reply. I think I got a couple of friends who have that message as their auto reply, right? 2 weeks of nothingness. We go back Monday the 3rd. Ooh, yeah, bruh. Good luck with that. Good luck. You know, you can come on down right down the street, man. Get yourself together. Come on down the street. Come on down the street and hang out with us. You know what I'm saying? I might just bounce by your street, just knock on the door. Hey, where are we at? I'm gonna have some flip flops on and some shorts. I'm gonna have a boogie board in my hand. Hey, is he here? Cause I'm on vacation. That'd be jacked up, huh? Ooh, you start tomorrow. What? Oh, trust me, Andrea. I love my job too. Trust me, I love my job. I'm thankful. Thank the Lord for my job. But, you know, August 10th through June, whatever, June 12th, I think, you got me. But while I'm off, that's my time. That's my time. No, you got to make the best with your time when you have it off. Man, you start tomorrow. All right, well, good luck to you, ma'am. Good luck to you. Ooh-wee. Okay, now, did you make the transition from, because I think one time you were a school climate advocate. Did you make the transition to doing something else? Let me know in the comments. Are you still doing that thing? School climate advocate? And I think, aren't you a BSAP school climate advocate? So that means some of my BSAP colleagues, they go back tomorrow too. Dude, I wish we all can go back. The whole school, the whole educational community across the United States. It would be great if we had the same start day, the day after Labor Day, and work until the amount of days that we need. I think for California, it's 180 days. So I'm not too sure if it's the same in Texas or in Maine or New York. But if there's some kind of synergy going on where everyone is kind of systematically on the same timeline, then that would be awesome. But having kids start, in the middle of August, sometimes at the end of July. I mean, that's crazy. It's crazy. So if we had some kind of uniform approach to education where everyone is starting day after Labor Day, it's like, hey, we're doing a thing. We all unify. We all, we're going to end around the same time. We got the same winter break, right? I know some people do the winter break. They got a Thanksgiving break. They got spring break. Sometimes they get 1 week or 2 week. I think LAUSD, we have 3 weeks for our winter break. Thanksgiving, some people have 2 weeks off. I'm cool with my 1 week. 1 week for Thanksgiving, 3 weeks for the winter, 1 week for spring break. I'm good with that. And then, of course, you break for the summer, do your thing for the rest of June. You got all of July, you got all of August, and then you go back after Labor Day. Andrea says, I get it. Different strokes for different folks. I am still a BSAP, school climate advocate, planning big steps for my big promotion on God's timing. Absolutely. Okay, so I'm wondering if my BSAP team, I need to hit up my BSAP team and see if they're going back to work tomorrow. Because your boy, the restorative justice teacher. Nah, I ain't on B bases or whatever it is. I'm on C bases. See some more time off. That's what that is. So no, I think as a teacher, I get a little bit more time off because I'm on a different basis than some of the other folks. So there's that. But yeah, planning is definitely necessary, right? So good luck with that, Andrea. But woo. So y'all are probably like, what is he? Where are these comments coming in from? So I got my Facebook feed over here. I think I'm live on the YouTube channel as well. So if you happen to just stop through, drop a comment over here, Mr. Riley's World Podcast, where we're going live on the West Coast, the best coast, the West Side, trying to sum up what we have been doing this summer. Other than that, what have you been doing? Andrea, what have you done during the summer? Erwin, what have you been doing during the summer, man? Have you been going out buying more shoes? How are you staying cool? How have you been, how have you been staying cool? I know my son yesterday, he went out to Handles, got some ice cream. It was good. Ate it this afternoon, right? But yeah, how have you guys been staying cool? Have you been sleeping with the air AC on? I have AC in my house, but the AC doesn't work. And I ain't trying to fix the AC in my house either, because that's another bill that I ain't trying to have right now. I remember one summer, a couple of summers ago. This shows you how long how I haven't ran my AC. A couple of summers ago, we ran the AC for like a good month, like off and on during the daytime when it was hot. We got that bill. We like, oh, heck no. Nah, we ain't running the AC. We gonna open up these windows, let the breeze come through. So no, my AC don't even work. I ain't even trying to get it repaired. If I do, I know it's gonna be a pretty penny, right? It's gonna need some stuff. It's gonna need servicing, years of servicing. Probably some Freon up in that piece. The fan still works. It still runs, but it needs to be checked out. So I ain't ready for that $400 or $500 bill because you're running the AC during the day and night because it's crazy hot. It's crazy hot. So Andrea says she's working on a second master's degree. Okay. I'm on a different level. All right. Get your money right. Get your money right. Now, are you trying to get into the classroom? What you going to do with these first and secondary master degrees? Now, I can talk because I got two of them things too, right? One in educational technology and one in special education, early childhood. Specialty is autism. So I got the second one. I'm not using it right now because I'm a restorative justice teacher with the school district. But if anything happens, best believe I can fall back and either do that use that multiple subject credential or the early childhood special ed credential. Okay, you work summer school. I've done some shopping, spending time with a couple of my friends. Nothing major this summer. Okay, so that's a good way to spend your summer, right? Got to hang out. You got to make some time for yourself, right? So many times people, they're busy doing other things for other people. You got to take time for yourself. And being in the field of education, you spend so much time with so many uh, different personalities on the school campus, adults and children alike. Man, you got to make time for yourself. And so we look forward to the breaks. And so this is the break time that, it's winding down, but it's still ours. And so, like I said, God bless you. You go back to work tomorrow. My friend Erwin, who's watching, he's going back next week. And he says he's been chilling. Yeah. I've seen you a couple of places, man. You've been chilling in the streets, San Diego for a few days. He said he's trying to retire in these streets at the casinos. Man, if you don't stop playing around, get out them casinos. Let me read the rest. Let me read the rest of your comment. Hanging out with my folks, finally got your bike serviced. Okay, cool. Cool, that's what's up. Yeah, man. I told myself when I got back from my vacation that I was going to ride my bike at least 2 to 3 times a week. So tomorrow afternoon, I'm going to the Dodgers game, right? So the game is at 7:30. So this, in my mind, I got to backwards plan this thing. So I'm going to the Dodgers game tomorrow, but before that, my kids all went in and paid for me to take a tour of Dodger Stadium. So that's at 4, right? And so I have plenty enough time in the morning before it gets hot to wake up and maybe go on a 10 or 15, maybe a 10 to 20 mile bike ride, maybe on the beach or by the beach. Or maybe I start out close to the beach, end up at the beach, and then ride back, right? So that's what I'm thinking. So I told myself when I got back from my vacation, I would ride my bike at least 2 to 3 times. So I'm glad that you got your bike serviced. Erwin has an electric bike. And so, man, you got to hop on that thing and go put some miles in, man. Go ride some on the beach. Spend some time, Now, cyclists like to ride in the morning before it gets extra, extra hot. Now, there's some folks who ride like all day, right? If you're doing 5 and, 6 hours, you're doing 50 and 60 miles. But a lot of cyclists like to get up in the wee hours, say like maybe 6 or 7, and then do the cycling before it gets extra hot, right? So if I could wake up early in the morning, like around 7, get to the beach like maybe around 8, ride for like maybe 2 hours to 10, get back home, kind of shower, relax, and then I can make my way over to the stadium for this tour, right? So, and here's another thing too, and this is something I've always wanted to do. So when I normally go to Dodger State, hold on, stop. We got a celebrity in the house. We got a celebrity in the house. What up, P-Dub? P-Dub is in the house. Man, Pierre Jones and Song. What's up, sir? It's good to see you, man. I'm just over here having some fun real quick, man. We're just kind of, if you want to hop in, drop some comments. We're just talking about our summer. Thank you for being here, man. That's my homie. That's my brother from another mother. Jim Hatt, love what you're doing. Thank you, sir. Love what you're doing too. Pete, are you still in the education field, man? I think the last time we talked, you were doing some teaching. I think you were in teaching, and then you stepped out of teaching, and I think you told me that you went back into the teaching field. Let me know in the comments, dude. Let me know what you're doing, sir. Yeah. So I was talking about my deal tomorrow. So tomorrow I might wake up and go cycling in the morning and then have everything worked out. But here's the deal. So when I go to Dodger Stadium, so P, if you just tapping in, I'm not too sure where you tapped in. My kids bought me a Father's Day gift to go to the Dodger Stadium to take a tour. That begins at 4. The game starts at 7. So I have the tour, and then they bought me a ticket, right? And so I love to park at Union Station. Now, if I park at Union Station, it's $8. If I park at the stadium, it's 40. Sometimes 45. Now, which one would you pay? Would you pay for the 40 or would you do the 8? Now, in order for me to do the 8, there's a shuttle that takes people who want to go to Dodger Stadium to the game. There's a shuttle, an express that leaves Union Station, and it goes straight to the stadium, drops people off, right? At the end of the game or near the 7th inning, they'll take, people, they'll have more shuttles that takes you right back to Union Station. And you just end up paying $8. So my dilemma is I want to take the shuttle, but the shuttle doesn't run that early. So the tour begins at 4. So my thought, Erwin, let me know if I'm crazy. Andrea, let me know if I'm crazy. P, if you're still here, let me know if I'm crazy. My thought is I could still drive to Union Station, get there like around 2:40. My thought is maybe I could walk from Union Station to Dodger Stadium. It's about a 45-minute walk. Let me know, would you do that? a 45-minute walk from Union Station to Dodger Stadium, or should I just pay the $40 to park and then I can leave when I want to leave, but I got to pay $40. 40 as opposed to 8. What y'all think? Let me know in the comments. So we're talking about Dodger Stadium. If you notice, right behind me, right over here, there you go. Them things right there. I've been collecting my bobbleheads. So tomorrow there is a giveaway. I'll let y'all marinate on that. There's a giveaway tomorrow. Tomorrow they're giving away championship rings. So last year they did this promotion where on certain nights throughout the season, they gave away a championship ring based on one of the players. So last year I got a championship ring. Mookie Betts was the player. So I have a Mookie Betts replica championship ring from the 2024 World Series champions, right? So this year, because the Dodgers, right there, because the Dodgers won the 2025 World Series, they're just doing a random giveaway for folks. So I don't know whose ring I'm going to get. So they have 5 different players. I think Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, of course, Shohei Ohtani, maybe Will Smith, and maybe one other. So Yamamoto, I'm sure they'll probably give his ring away. So I'm hoping I get another Mookie Betts, but really, I would love to have another Mookie Betts, but maybe a Shohei or a Freddie Freeman. I really don't care, right? But yeah, tomorrow's going to be a giveaway. So it's not going to be a bobblehead. It's going to be a ring. So maybe I'll bring my rings and set them up behind me as well, represent from them Dodgers right there, 2024, 2025 World Series. Okay, let's get back in here. Andrea says that is too much that's too much in that area. That's not your neck of the wood. Okay, true. I'm big on paying for convenience, bruh. 40 it is. Okay. So, but I don't mind. I mean, I can in that area of town, I wish someone would. I wish it would stop through and, try to run up on me. But no, there's a select path that you can take to get to Dodger Stadium where I'm not walking through like the transit homeless kind of population kind of area. It's mostly homes and hills. It's homes and hills. That's the only thing I got to worry about. Going through certain business, going through Chinatown, and then going up the hill and to Dodger Stadium. So for me, I've always wanted to do that, and this would have especially worked during our step challenge that we have here at Alondra. And I say here at Alondra because that's where my studio is. So every year we have a step challenge. You're trying to get a certain amount of steps in per week, and then or per month, and then over 4 weeks, all of the steps are tabulated, and so you'll have a winner. So my group, this particular step challenge, we took second place out of it was 3 groups. My group took second place, and so this trek, this walk would have worked perfectly within the step challenge. But sometimes I'm kind of crazy like that. Sometimes I'll just take a walk because I want to experience new things, and I think I'll be safe. I think I'll be safe, Andrea. You're right. It's not my part of the woods, but I think I'll be safe, right? But Erwin, I feel you though. Paying that $40, that's gonna allow me not to get a Dodger dog, right? Or some pizza. Because after that walk, then I'm gonna need something, right? So, and then I don't have to worry about getting back to Union Station because I can just hop on the shuttle and pay that $8. So, Owen says, yeah, I've seen folks walking after games hold on, let me see, into the downtown LA area. Yeah, it's not that bad, but I wouldn't walk back to Union Station. I'll just hop on the shuttle because, like I said, the tour begins at 4:00. The shuttle doesn't run. It begins running an hour and a half before game time. So game time is at 7:10. So they usually start running the shuttle like around 5, maybe 5:15 or so. So, my thought is get to Union Station, park, go ahead and walk, get there, do the tour. I've never had the tour before, and I'll have a chance to get the little replica ring, and then at 7:10 enjoy the baseball game, right? Sit in my seat, enjoy the baseball game. So, yeah, and then earlier, closer to Father's Day, sir, he actually bought 2 tickets for me to go. He was going to take me, but he couldn't go, so me and Riley went to the game, and so that was kind of cool as well. So, yeah. But you with Erwin, absolutely. I get it, Andrea. All right, so I've been live for about 32 minutes. I appreciate y'all hopping in. I was expecting maybe a couple more people hopping in, but I appreciate y'all jiving with me for a little bit. So I got my work cut out for me. I'm over here looking at the sun, and so maybe I'll probably wrap up in the next 5 or 10 minutes. Go home, see if the wife wants to take a walk. We'll do the walk, and then I can go home, fight this heat, fight the heat, and get ready for tomorrow. Like if I really want to ride my bike, because I need to get some of this table muscle. I really need to get it down a little bit. So, like I said, it's time to get back, and I go see the doctor on Friday. So I need to, I'm thinking about all of my friends who, some friends who've, passed recently, and, I just want to be here. So I need to work on my health a little bit, watch what I eat, and, take care of myself. So I think walking and cycling and walking again tomorrow if I make that trek is going to help my plight to, to lose some pounds, lose some table muscle a little bit. It'd be great to lose some pounds. And so we'll see. Andrea says, live dangerously. Nah, it's not dangerous. It's not dangerous. I mean, I've checked that part of town out before, and, it doesn't look dangerous, right? There's some neighborhoods I probably like, nah, I'm good. I'll just go ahead and park and pay the money. But, I'd rather use that $40 or some of that $40 for me to get my Dodger dog and a drink and, some, I don't know, Already got my cup, my refillable cup. So I already paid for that. So every time I go to Dodger Stadium, I just take my cup. They refill. It's a free refill for the whole season, right? So I've probably been to about 8 or 9 games this season. And so usually, if you go to a Dodger game, if drinks about 8, 9, $10. I usually get a Coke or a lemonade or something like that. 7.99, 8.99, 9.99, whatever. And so, I just don't drink one. I usually get it maybe two. So I take a water with me, right? So I can take my own water, but usually when I go there, I take so this cup is paid for itself over time. So it's a refillable cup. I got it at the beginning of the season. It costs a pretty penny, right? Don't ask me how much it costs. I ain't gonna tell you. You just have to go to Dodger Stadium and find out on your own, right? So I paid for the cup already, but every time I go to Dodger Stadium this season, I can take it and get a refill. And usually when I go, I'll refill it at least 2 times. Like when I first get there, because been waiting in line to get in. It's kind of sun is hitting. I'm kind of parched a little bit. And then if I got my sunflower seeds, so usually here's what I do. Usually I'll take a bag of sunflower seeds, a bottle of water. I have my souvenir cup, and then I have a clear bag. So it's a clear backpack where I have all that in. I put my keys, my wallet, all of that in the backpack. And so when I go in through the entrance, I don't have anything in my pockets. I have to take my hat off. They are all right, cool. You go in, and I just have everything right there. So, when it's time for me to go to the concession stand, hey, can you refill this, please? Do you want ice? Yeah, I want a little ice. Just give me a little bit. What would you like to drink? Oh, give me lemonade. It's that Minute Maid lemonade kind of mix, right? Sometimes I might get the Coke, or I might get the Dr. Pibb or something. I'm not a beer drinker, so I don't drink beer, right? I don't get a Michelada or the Bud Light. I just never had an interest in drinking beer, right? So I'll just get a soft drink, and usually I'll get a Dodger dog, maybe a fry, maybe. If not, I'll just might go back later on and get another Dodger dog. But I'll sit there, watch the game, get my sunflower seeds when I get tired of my sunflower seeds, open up that water, drink some water, go back to the sunflower seeds, and then at the end of the game, depending on what inning as I'm exiting, I'll get another refill and hop on the shuttle and go back home, right? So that's kind of how we do it when I go to the Dodger Stadium. All right, it's 37 after, and we'll go for another 2 minutes. But yeah, maybe next week I'll tell you about my trip. You want to know where I went? You want to know where I went? Off the grid. We call it off the grid living. Off the grid. But I'll tell you, if you go to the TikTok, you can probably find out what happened. I haven't even said where we went, and I can, or where I went. I can. If you can go anywhere in the world right now, Andre or Erwin, where would you go? If money wasn't an object, where would you go to kind of hang out and have a vacation? Put that in the comments real quick. If you can go somewhere, money wasn't an object, or maybe you saved up. It's like, all right, I'm saving up to go to, this place or that place. Where would you save up to go? Because normally that's what we do. We'll say, okay, when we come back from our trip, we go every August. We'll go and we'll say, okay, where do we want to go next year? And so I think we decided to go where we went maybe in December. And so we kind of saved up for it. We had some extra monies. And so, we paid for it and we were good. So that's kind of how we run our vacations during the summer. But yeah, interested. Just want to know, where would y'all go? What place? And usually, we like to go where we can hang out by the beach. So it has to be a beach town, a beach city. So we'll go and we'll go and just sit around under the sun and do nothing. take a nap, look at the water, get in the water, get back on the beach chair and lay out, take another nap. We'll do that for a whole day. Just, there's this guy, this comedian, I forgot, but he calls it men have a nothing box. And so, wives can ask them, hey, what you doing? I ain't doing nothing, right? On this beach, when we take our vacation, I ain't doing nothing. Now, I did take my drone, so I wanted to fly and capture some footage, but that was it. I didn't even take my small boom box. So, yeah, we were just sitting there listening to the ocean. Mm-hmm. Just laying under the sun, doing nothing. Not thinking about anybody else. We might go over to the bar and grab some water or grab a cocktail. Now, I don't drink beer, but I will drink a cocktail. A little rum punch or something. Yeah. So that's, but you can't have too many of those things. Those things will knock you out. Erwin says, yeah, I usually know where y'all at, but you were left out the loop this year. I'm feeling some kind of way. Okay, so let me give you a hint. A well-known musical artist is from this island, and she's married to A$AP Rocky. Okay, now if you know who that is, who that musical artist is, please don't stop the music. If you know who that is, right, then you will know where we went. Now, I tried to tease it and put a little riddle earlier when we when we left, but yeah, someone asked me to. Well, actually, no, they were cool with the video and the pictures. I just decided to bring it down. I decided to delete the post. But yeah, so if you know where this person who is married to A$AP Rocky, if you know where she's from, then you know where we were. Okay, so I don't want to put it out there too easy, but I'm gonna post some stuff on the TikTok, right? It was cool out there. It was cool. The water, man. So one side of the island, seaweed was all over the place. Like you couldn't get to the beach because of the seaweed. And actually that's a phenomenon that's happening throughout the Caribbean. On a certain side of the island, you'll see tons of seaweed. Samaya's calling me. She's FaceTiming me. Should I answer it? Okay, hold on. Hey, what up, Samaya? Yes. Am I hungry? Why? What's up? You want Wingstop for dinner? Okay, so you're gonna order it? There you go, Erwin. Huh? Okay, well, order it to the house, I guess. How many wings you getting? You getting 10? 10 for you? Okay, we'll get 10 for me. Or you know what? Just do you, sweetie. I'll figure it out. Yeah, I'll figure it out. I'll call you. I'll call your mom when I'm done. I'm about to leave right now. Uh, Sweetie, whatever you're gonna eat, I'll just eat. I'll just eat some too. Whatever flavor you get, or just get 20. Get 10 for me and 10 for you. Is that cool? I mean, whatever flavor you get, sweetie. Okay, that's fine. That'll work. But you know what? Hey, why don't you get buffalo and hickory barbecue? Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Uh, which ones do you like? Go ahead and get your lemon pepper, sweetie. Okay. Okay. Okay, mate. Yes, I did say mild. And hey, get some drums too. Make like 10 of them. Okay, babe. Thank you. Okay, bye. Okay, so Erwin, I think Andrea left. Erwin, you might be on it. You might be on it. I think you want it, sir. Yeah, I think you want it, man. What is the first letter of the island? Just drop that right there, Erwin. You vibing with me. You kind of heard my whole conversation. Let me see what time. All right, for real. In 5 minutes, at 50, we've been going live for about 45 minutes. Um, at 50, we're gonna stop. Drop the first letter of the island, Erwin, if you're still here. I'm surprised Riley's not here. If you know. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Oh yeah. You know. You spot on. Yes, sir. Here, let me shout you out. Yes, sir. You in the house. You definitely right there, sir. Yeah, you right there. So no, we had a good time, dude. I mean, like I said before the phone call, uh, one part of the island, all the seaweed is being collected. I mean, it's just floating in. I mean, like, um, so we had to switch on our grid. We had to switch hotels, and the one hotel, the first hotel we stayed at, one side of the resort, it was good, right? Well, we kind of camped out and just sat by the beach facing the west all day, just doing us, just chilling, right? But the other side of the resort, which really wasn't that far, you can see the seaweed washing up on the shore, right? So we had to leave that hotel because our flight got canceled on the way back. And so we had to, poor us, we had to stay there 3 extra days. Or maybe I should do this one. Yeah. Your boy had to stay at that place for 3 extra days. So the place where we were staying wanted to charge us a little bit too much. Like, nah, we ain't got that kind of dollars. Hold on. I'm gonna answer your question. So we ended up going to the same chain, but to another space. And when I saw this space online before we got there, I'm like, this might be nice. This might be Ritz Carlton-esque. So we get there. It is like, whoa. They got restaurants. They got a general store. They had a Japanese and a Thai food restaurant. They had an Italian restaurant. They had, I guess, a regular, American restaurant. They, yeah, yeah. But their beach though, their beach, you can go to their beach because of the seaweed. It was crazy. Okay, 48 minutes. It was crazy. So they ended up comping um, the people who stayed at the resort, the guests. They comped a taxi to another beach in the city, which was a like a mile or two from where we were actually staying. Like we could, when we got to the beach that they took us to, we saw the resort where we came from. But in this area, Carlisle Bay, no seaweed. It was great. It was great. So we had a great time. We had a great time. So then we came back on Friday. So Erwin says, nice. Which is better in your opinion, Jamaica or be? You know what? I'm I need to do Jamaica. I need to do Jamaica again. But I'm feeling the kind of bar. The bees. I'm kind of I almost said it. I'm feeling the B. I'm feeling the B a little bit better than the J. Yeah, it was a little bit more modern. The last time we were in Jamaica, it wasn't all inclusive, which was cool. Um, let's see. Yeah, probably now because we're a little bit older, doing excursions away from the resort, whatever it is. I think we kind of like the resort, when you have the extra excursions. But I would say B is better. Absolutely, B is better. All right, dude. I think I'm wrapping it up, man. It's about 50 minutes in, and but yeah, if you're interested, man, we didn't want you to feel some kind of way. I'm sorry about that, sir. But go over to the TikTok. Are you on TikTok, Erwin? Are you on TikTok? Let me know. 'Cause I need to pick up and continue with my own personal content challenge. Let me know if you're on the TikTok. I'm waiting for his reply. Takes a little latency. I need to change the latency so it's kind of not as delayed. But I thought on Facebook it was probably like 7 to 10 seconds. It seems like it's a little bit later than that. We have to fix that. And I look kind of trying to. Okay, there we go. We'll look. No, just kidding. Yeah. Kids. Okay. All right. Yeah. The funny thing with the kids, like some of my students are on the Tiki Taki, and they were like following me. I'm like, okay, hey, that's cool. I don't know if I'm gonna follow back. Y'all can follow me. This is all good. I just like to have fun with it. So I ain't doing nothing too crazy where they can't see. At least they can see their teacher having fun in real life, in real time, right? I'm not afraid to have some fun. So I ain't doing stuff too crazy. All right. Other than that, Quake, Mr. Irwin, thank you for hanging out. I think Andrea dropped off. I didn't have any guests, I don't think, on the YouTube side, which is cool. But I might end up deleting the video anyway at some point, or maybe it can reside on Facebook for a while. We'll see. But until next time, I'm glad everything worked out. Again, just testing, making sure everything is good. There's no feedback. Erwin, did you hear any feedback at any time? He said they be trying to add me. I be just yeah. I don't. They can add. I don't mind if they add. 'Cause like I said, I ain't doing nothing. I ain't doing nothing too crazy. But Erwin, before you go, did you hear any feedback on my end? I don't think so. I didn't hear any feedback. He said I'll holler later. Go ride that bike, dude. Go ride that bike. And hopefully by the time I get back home, the daughter, okay, nope, no feedback. The daughter will have had some Wingstop for your boy. I can just, I like the drums. Are you a drum guy or are you a flats guy? Oh, Mr. Riley, fifth grade teacher, Hector Sanchez. All right, who is this? Who is Hector Sanchez? Let me see. It says Mr. Riley, fifth grade teacher. Holy smokes. Uh-oh, Hector Sanchez. We were just talking about kids. Oh, I can't even, okay. Let me see who Hector is. Hector, how do I know you, sir? Hector Sanchez. He says, Mr. Riley, fifth grade teacher. Holy smokes, Hector Sanchez. Hector Sanchez, was that one of your students? Oh, what is up, Savior? Savior's here. What up, dude? I can see. I'll get published. I can publish his comments because he's on Facebook. He's on YouTube. What up, Savior? How you doing, sir? Savior says, "Yo, yo, yo, yo." That's your favorite saying. And then he says, "Get home safely." Absolutely, I'm gonna get home safely. Of course. I'm just waiting for Hector Sanchez to reply. I can't. Let me see if I can pull you up on the phone. Let me see if he's a former student. He says fifth grade teacher. Holy smokes! Yes. Okay, Hector. All right. We digging down. We digging down. Yep. See, man, when these teachers, now I'm on Facebook. Okay. But Savior, you could have stayed on YouTube. You could have stayed on YouTube because I can't pull your comments if you're on Facebook. All right. So Hector, I believe, I think I remember you, Hector. Hector, were you kind of I, you weren't as tall as some of the other kids. I'll just say it like that. I think I remember you, Hector. Let me know. Fifth grade teacher. Dad, you have it. Absolutely. Uh Erwin says, what up, Savior? Yeah, Hector. Hector. Yeah, man. Those are some good old days at 52nd. Um, and actually, so here's a funny thing too, and then we're gonna get off. Here's a funny thing too. So um Hector is a former student of mine. I'm actually working with a student, a former student of mine. We were at an institute this past summer, right at the end of school, and she's like, "Mr. Riley." I was like, "Elizabeth, what's up, Elizabeth?" She was my former student back in 19 back in the 1990 98, 99. Yes, fifth grade. I taught her fifth grade. So now she's one of my colleagues. I believe she is a pupil service attendance counselor at another school site. So yeah. Yes, exactly. I was Hector said, yes, exactly. I was short. Okay. What's up, dude? How you feeling, man? It's good to see you on here. See, that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. See, I love it when the community brings us all together. Hector Sanchez. Man, what's going on, sir, man? Hopefully life has been treating you well. It's been treating me well, man. I'm still teaching. And at early in the broadcast, we were talking about not going back to school so early. It's about two more weeks. I have 2 more weeks of my summer vacation. My good friend Erwin, who's in the comments, he has 1 week. I have another friend who was here earlier. She says that she has to go back to work tomorrow. So no, my first day, and it's an optional day too. Yeah, it's an optional day. August 10th for all UTLA members, we have an optional day. So basically means if you go and show up and work in your classroom, you get compensated. If you don't show up, that's fine too. It's optional. Now, the 11th is what we call pupil free day. That means it's a mandatory day by the school district, and there's no children, there's no students on campus. So, usually, what happens, there might be a small professional development, like welcoming back from the administrative team, and then we'll have that. And then the rest of the day, we'll have to work in our room, right? And then the first day of school is actually August 12th, which is a Wednesday. So 10th is optional for me. I'm going back though. The 11th is pupil free, the official first day of school. And then the 12th is the first day of the new school year. Um, Let me see. Hector, I wish I could. Oh, man. Hey, Hector, I've been great, man. Like I said, I'm still teaching. Actually teaching at Normandy Avenue Elementary School, which is like around the corner from 52nd. So if you want to come through beginning, you can message me here, Hector. I love to see you kind of connect a name with the face in real time. So yeah, you can do that, man. I'm over at Normandy Avenue Elementary School. If you hit up, or you can email me, james.riley@lausd.net, or you can message me here. That's fine. You're in Vegas. Okay, with your peeps. Okay, all right, that's what's up, man. What are you up to, Hector? What are you doing? What are you doing with your life? Hopefully you're doing some good things, man. Um, Hopefully you're doing some good things, man. I love to hear stories about how kids, students, and when they reconnect with their former teachers, just reminiscing, going back down memory lane. How was it having me as a teacher, Hector? How was it? Was I, because Erwin, he's a teacher. My son is in the comments. They need to know how I was as a fifth grade teacher. Was I cool? Was I hard? Was I stern? Was I fragile? Was I afraid? I don't think I was. I was like a stern, cool teacher. And I'm sure Hector will probably tell you, right? Go ahead and let him know, Hector. I got time for it. I was about to shut it down, but Hector's here. Let's see what he posts. Ooh, we into it for an hour. All right. I told my wife I was gonna leave like around 7 o'clock. It's now 7:44. Let me see. Erwin, you are funny. Oh man. Okay, so here's Hector. Hector said he just turned 35. Congrats. He has two boys. My oldest is 14. My youngest is 10. I'm a parts manager for a dealership in Vegas called Vegas Auto Gallery. Okay. All right, that's what's up, man. All right, see? I like it when you know, former students connect. But you got to answer the question though, man. How was I as a teacher? Was I cool? Was I stern? Was I afraid of y'all? No, man, I wasn't afraid. I was putting it down. Yes, sir. Shout out to Hector. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Hector. And there's a couple of other kids that I often think about. So one of them I see from time to time. I'm um, on her social media, DeAndrea. We called her Dee Dee. I'm not too sure if she was in your class, Hector. I remember Vicky Toma. Let's see, Elizabeth Signs. Yeah, let me see. Because I've taught around in that whole neighborhood, so I got to make sure I got the right kids at the right schools. Let me see. Um, I had this one guy, my very first year. I remember him. His name was Turhan Richardson. Um, I remember this guy named Mark Johnson. And the last two, they were considered. They would have been considered the behavior students in the classroom. So I remember them. I remember those two names, right? Um, Hector says Mr. Riley was an awesome teacher for sure, always looking out for us. The best interest for the students, always took. Let's see. Always took his time with us and was very kind to all. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it, man. Erwin says, dang, Riley, you old. Hector is 35 and you taught him in fifth grade. I know, right? Man. So I was about 26, 27, right? Because I'm 57 now. So yeah. Yeah, man. This is way back in the day. Dang. Woo-wee. Well, hey, Hector, I'm glad we connected, sir. I appreciate you hanging out with me, man. Best to you and your boys. Whatever you're doing, man. Just continue to, be there for your kids, man. Being a father is hard. Being a parent is hard now. And so, raise your boys the best. Be present. Be present in the boys in their lives, and be stern with them, but be loving as well. I have 4 kids. One of them was here. Not too sure if he's still here. My youngest son, I have 4 kids, 3 boys. The oldest is 25, 22, 23, and then one just turned 21. And my daughter should be 19 next month. So, yeah, man, just be that loving father. Make sure you have the best interests of your children, and yeah, man, just be that sole provider for them. All right. I appreciate you. We'll definitely message you and make a trip to LA to visit you. We'll love to see you again. Absolutely, Hector. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. You kind of made my made my night as well. So I appreciate you, sir. Other than that, I'm gonna hang up. We've been going at it for at least an hour. So I appreciate you, Hector, Erwin, Xavier, Andrea, who all tapped in. And if you're gonna, I'll probably leave this video up for a couple of days. And so if you run across it, go ahead and engage. Just tap in and say hashtag replay squad. That way I know you kind of watch the video and you kind of answering questions and kind of vibing along with the conversation. Other than that, I'm gonna close it up because my daughter's ordered some Wingstop. Y'all have a great day, rest of your week. Stay cool, stay dry, stay hydrated, and I'm going to do the same. So this is Mr. Riley signing off from the West Coast, the best coast, the West Side. Thanks for checking in, Hector. I look forward to messaging you. Erwin, I'll talk to you later. Son, you take care, and I'll see the rest of y'all on the social internet kind of situations. Take care. Peace out.